All right, guys. So this might be kind of a big deal for some of you if you've never had any of the Affinity software before. And if you don't know what that is, there are three different programs that they had. It was Affinity Designer, Affinity Photo, and Affinity Publisher. Now, it was bought up by a company called Canva some time ago, and everybody was worried it was going to go to subscription only, except they doubled down in the opposite direction, and I have to applaud them for that. They've combined all three of the softwares into one, and it's free to use. Like, according to the CEO, from my understanding, the article I was reading, like free, forever free is what he's saying. I will see how that plays out in time. But all three of those are now in this one desktop app if you want it, and you can go download it right away. So I'm going to leave a link in the comments on where you can do that. But let's just check it out here and let me kind of explain what's going on first. So Affinity Photo was your raster graphics program. Designer was your vector graphics program, and Publisher was so that you could set up like ebooks or print stuff as well. So this is where it kind of gets interesting. It's all right here at the top now. So you can work in vector, you can work with pixels, your vector, raster, and then Publisher as well, right here. So I've been browsing through this, trying to see if there's any shortcomings in it. Like maybe they removed some things as they were kind of redesigning the software and whatnot. And so far, it doesn't look like they have. Then they got the Canva AI section as well, if you want to utilize that. Now, this is really cool, though, because basically, if you haven't had access to software like this before, you have vector graphics that are more like so, right? And you can just set up handles and create all kinds of cool just logos and whatever you want, basically. But you can switch over at any time to like a pixel layer. It used to be layers known as vector layers, pixels layer, you see over here. Okay. So if I was to create a new layer, it'll be a pixel layer, not a vector. And this is where it gets kind of fun because we can grab a brush on our new layer. If we want to color like so, we can set up like clipping groups more or less very fast and efficiently by doing this, right? Just dragging it on top of it. It kind of makes it a child of it. And this is how you can illustrate inside of shapes very easily, right? And it's really not that bad. Now, as far as like doing any kind of like hand-drawn art and whatnot, Affinity software is really not that bad for it. The only thing that I think it bugs me the most about it is going to be that it is the canvas doesn't rotate very well. That's about the biggest issue I have with it, other than like Windows ink sometimes getting weird in it. But for the most part, it works fine. So there you have it, right? Vector and raster graphics together. And then if you ever want to go ahead and set it up as a page in a book or something, there you go. You can do that as well. So super cool that you can do that. Now, if you didn't notice here in the pixel section, let me open an image real quick. Let me just go to some photos here. I'll go to my Pixabay collection that I've been downloading. Yeah, let's say we have a photo, okay? And usually, you know, when you're doing photography, you have your raw photos and whatnot. Well, you do have a develop section still, and Liquify and everything that you would expect in Affinity Photo. Well, now it's here in Affinity. So it kind of shows up over here. Maybe it's a little bit pushed together, but you have all these different options in here to add, you know, whatever it is you wanted to do here. So if you wanted to, I don't know, change the exposure, we'll go with something simple, right? Your black point compensation, all the fun little toggles over here, like lens distortion. You get the idea if you've done this before, right? All right, so here's the deal. Will this stay like this forever? I don't know. I honestly, I think everybody has that little pit in their stomach that's like, yeah, it's gonna be like one of those like rope-a-dope situations where they get you in and then they keep you there, right? We'll see in time, but for now, yeah, this is awesome. So if you guys want to download this, I'll leave a link in the comments, and you can play around with it. If you're wanting to see some more videos on how to use this software, just let me know as well, and maybe I'll do some more on how to put this thing to work, because really, this is exactly what you need to complement all your 3D modeling, concept designs, or whatever else. This will take care of a large chunk of your workflow without Photoshop. And it really, you know, I think the idea for Canva anyways is to start taking some market share away from Photoshop, right? And Adobe. But it's probably going to hurt, I think, the open source stuff like GIMP or Krita a little bit more. So, you know, continue contributing if you want to the other software, right? Um, but this is going to be definitely going to not quite replace, I think, the professional tools with Adobe. Not yet, anyways. There's a bunch of people that use it in the industries that need it, right? But um, ultimately, like, if you just need some software, and this is good software, it is not bad by any stretch or means of the imagination here. Um, it has a lot of tools that you can put to use to create artworks or edit photos or whatever the case, whatever you work on. So download this. Link will be in the comment. I'll check you out the next one. All right. Take care.